You know, I get a lot of questions. It seems like I get more and more questions on Instagram, and I get a message. They always say that they found me on YouTube and they're reaching out to me. And I just recently got a couple of questions on Instagram and YouTube from a guy named Joe on YouTube. He reached out to me about my sewing machine, and he actually sent me a couple of videos of what he did to help with the operations of this machine, because this machine is so frustrating. And so he sent me a couple of videos and some pictures, and thank you, Joe. I haven't got the grinding wheel for my Dremel yet. I actually can't even find my Dremel. I have it out in the shed, and I went and looked for it the other night, and it was dark out, and I didn't want to move a whole bunch of stuff around, so I eventually will find that, and I will try what you did, grinding down the feed dog, the top of it. Still a crazy setup on that machine. And then I recently just got a message from a guy named Dan. Thank you, Dan, for reaching out to me. I will be reaching out to you. Hopefully we can hook up on FaceTime, and we can talk back and forth. But I do appreciate you reaching out to me, and that's why I think this craft is so we stick together. It's an amazing hobby or craft, because people are always willing to help out and extend themselves out to you to help you out. So but Dan has he has the same machine, and he's done some tweaking to it, and that's helped his machine. So I'm hoping to chat with Dan and see if we can get this machine. So come on over here. Come on over. And this is the Techsew 2750, and you know, they send you this sewing machine with a stack of leather sewn right into this. I think several different pieces. And they got a needle and they got thread, and they got it all sewn in here, you know, showing you that they set the machine up. I have no clue where they get that leather from, because it's no kind of leather that I buy or that I use. You know, it's I ain't even sure if it's real leather. And I wish I would have kept the pieces, but to show you. But right from then I was kind of like, well, what kind of leather is that? It's because it doesn't leave any marks. It's like upholstery leather or something. You know, when you get this machine, you literally go into it thinking, well, I did, thinking that what's so hard about it? You just got to learn how to operate it. Never mind all the tricks and modifications that you're going to need to do to this thing to get it running the way you want it to run, or the way you want it to stitch or something. And it's been over a year. I get it to a point where I think I can live with it, and then something will change. You know, you buy a different piece of leather, so then you end up making a few adjustments, and then the whole thing gets out of whack. I mentioned before, and which is a little strange, by the way, I'm gonna mention this, is that talking to Joe, I think Joe mentioned in his video that he sent me that there's a spring with a rod, and then there's a spring around the rod in here. Joe said that they had him cut that spring. They never told me to do that. They told me to take this spring out and cut a couple coils off it and put that in there. And they actually had me take out the spring and rod in here. So this is, you know, I don't know, 8, 9 months ago, 10 months ago. Was talking to Ron, and Ron gave me to the technician that's out back, and I sent him a couple pieces of leather, and he says what he did was he took this spring out. Oh, he took this spring out in the rod that helps the pressure, this outer foot here. It helps with this pressure not to press down so much to leave a mark on your leather. This spring up here, does it, and there's a spring in here that creates this pressure on all of this. So like I said, I took the spring out, cut a couple coils off it, and then I literally got this top thread barely in there, and this spring was completely out. It ran fine for a little while, and I oiled this thing, and what was happening was the presser foot, which I don't know all the terms here, I could be making up names, I don't know. This thing here, in the middle of sewing something, would stay up, and then your needle would come down with no guidance, you know, like keeping it ruins so many pieces, and I was getting really frustrated, and then it was like, it seemed like it'd be worse if you went in reverse. It was frustrating, so I would be cranking down on this and oiling it to see if this helps with this presser foot, and it seemed to help for a little while and then go back to what it was doing. You know, Ron from Techsew reached out to me and said, hey, we changed things up a little bit. We got a lighter spring for the top, and we got a smooth feed dog, which they sent me, and they sent me a couple other little parts which never fit either. The feed dog, the smooth feed dog, doesn't fit in there properly. I tried, and you know, I was actually losing my mind a little bit because Erica was telling me from Techsew that it would, but then Joe reached out to me and said it does not fit in there. The guy that owns one of these machines, and so he went back to the original one and sanded down the teeth on it. This extra presser foot they sent me doesn't even fit in there. It'll slide up in there, but the hole doesn't line up with the screw hole. And I tried and it does not line up. This is the old spring that was in here. It does have a couple coils missing in from it, but I did put the lighter spring coil in it, and it seemed to help a little bit. Excuse me. While I was editing this video, I forgot to mention how we fixed the presser foot from not coming down, is that they had me reinstall the spring and rod in here, which makes it completely worse with the markings on top. And when I say markings on top, I'm talking mostly on veg tan leather, a little bit on chrome tan, but veg tan it's the worst. All right, back to the video. Really considering on buying a separate sewing machine, pretty much dedicated for flat projects like wallets and belts. Buying a flatbed, and I was thinking about going with a Cobra Class 20 or a Junski. God, I don't know what it is. Something like that. Maybe one of those. The Cobra Class 20, or all Cobras, I guess, when I'm researching some videos and going through things, they, boy, do they sound weird. It sounds like there's an electrical, like, it's the weirdest sound when I watch people on YouTube using their Cobra sewing machines. I think it's the servo motor that might be causing that noise. It sounds like, I can't even explain to you what it sounds like. Maybe if I find it here, I'll add it in there. Way quieter. What a difference. See the difference in the sound that it makes. It's not a deal breaker for me, but it seems like that noise is a little annoying. Anyway, so I bought a few pieces of leather. So I got this new piece here. It's really very soft tempered. Purple Zen, I think it's called. And then I got this one. This one here. That one there. Let me get the names of them. Purple Zen. Z-E-N. Hot Coal Rage. And it's got embossing on it. Same with the Purple Zen has embossing. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this. I might send this back. This one's called Cran Apple Esquire. Fourth one I got is this baby blue. Well, yep, baby blue Esquire. All four of these are from Acadia leather. Somehow, some way, I became the tote bag man or something. So, I do a lot of totes. It seems like more people are interested in my tote bags than anything else. So I make a lot of totes, and I enjoy making them. And you know, they say that, you know, the more you do it, the better you get. I wish that was the truth. And this is the new one I just made out of that Cran Apple Esquire. I did a different design for this one. Of course, this one has a front pocket. This one I added a snap. I don't read or research leather when I'm buying it. I'm terrible at it. I was on Instagram again and I see someone bought this leather from Acadia and made a bag out of it. And of course, here I am buying leather online. But I did remember reading that this was firm tempered. Boy, is it firm. It's like a boot. Even though this is only 3.5, 4 ounce leather, this leather is firm. Was so much work getting this leather to turn inside out. Oh my God. Guess what happened?
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Ripped. My heart broke. I mean, I literally couldn't believe it happened. But I think I know what happened. After crying all night, and I literally had to walk away. And probably one of the saddest moments down here yet so far. I struggled a lot in this craft. And it seems like I'm always sharing bad stuff, but it's just stuff that happens to me, and I'm gonna share it. There's been some good stuff. The crayon apple bag came out good, so that's good. I mean, I do share some good stuff. But after spending the night crying and sobbing about this bag, because you get, the whole bag is complete. You're just taking it and rolling it out, inside out, and you're done. You're just flattening things out and straightening things out afterwards, and all that work is gone. So, like I said, after crying all night and sobbing and walking around like a zombie, just thinking, oh my god, I can't believe I just did this. I think I know what I did wrong. I was definitely tough on it. I was really getting frustrated trying to get it out. I was getting kind of mad. But when I was this leather, this Esquire leather, this crayon apple or the baby blue Esquire leather, it's extremely hard to skive in the skiving machine. I don't know what it is. It was pulling through extremely hard, and so what I did, I got one side through, and it was really hard. So what I did is I cranked down on the knob a little bit. I put a little bit more tension on that side, and I sent the bag through again, and it was really skived heavily. It was a little too thin, I believe. Thin enough for this to happen, because if you look at so I think what I did is I think I skived it down, and I skived it down too thin. I'm almost positive that's what I did. Probably shouldn't be sharing this, but you can see none of the stitches got ripped out. It's the actual leather that pulled apart. It was really thin here. So I think I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to save the bag. So I've been thinking really hard about it, and I'm wondering if I took the stitches out, bring the bag back inside out, outside in, take all the stitches out of the corners and the sides and make it flat again, all one piece, and then trimming off the side of the leather. It's just so the bag will be narrower than wider, just narrower, and then re-sewing it back up. I'm not sure if it can be done, or I can spend my time basically just maybe take my time, spend my time taking the strap off it. I could ruin the strap and reusing the strap on another bag. It's just, I would hate to waste the whole bag. So if I take it all apart and cut off and then re-sew it back up, that's what I'm thinking. I might give it a try. I'm gonna give myself a few days. It really affected me. The agony of defeat. So I guess you made it this far. You must be enjoying my videos, and I add a little bit of creativity and try to be funny. I mean, my wife thinks it's funny.
I heard you. No, I said I think it's funny that you think you're funny. Thanks for watching. Gary will catch you on the next one. Say peace.
Peace.
You've been down here all day. Let's finish this up.
Alright guys, I guess I gotta go.
We're driving in the dark without headlights, trying to find